Hi there, welcome to my channel. Let me just start off by saying I've done this introduction like 4 times already, and each time I'm just keep flubbing it up. So I'm just gonna let myself be uh, just how I am today. I've had some issues, uh, even just setting up my recording, and it's just been one of those mornings, and I just get to say, woohoo, wonderful, right? We all have experiences like that from time to time, and just get to embrace it. That is life. I also have going on, my next door neighbor is having some yard work done in their front yard. And I'm hoping that they are not going to be making a bunch of noise in the background. They have been on a break for almost an hour, and had I not had any issues with my recordings or setting up my camera, I probably would have been able to get through this without having to worry about them starting up anything. So I'm just going to pray that they are quiet. And if there is any noise in the background, that I am able to kind of dub that out when I do my editing. So I'm just asking for you to be patient um, with any background noise I may have going on in this recording. But I still wanted to offer a recording this morning. I am committing to every Friday doing a recording and having that uploaded. So within my time frame, I'm still committing to do that today. So anyway, sorry about all of that, but just wanted to give you a heads up if there's any background noise going on. Today's practice, my loves, will be a restorative yin practice, meaning that we will be implementing some props. So a bolster if you have, or a nice firm cushion, some yoga blocks or blankets, whatever you would like to bring in. We're going to hold the poses a little longer than I typically do. In my yin teaching, I don't usually do, sometimes in some classes they can do from 5 to 8 minute holds. I typically don't hold the poses that long. But today I'm going to keep right around 5 minutes in each pose. And we'll be working the front side of the body, the back side, and the side bodies as well. So just really allowing the body to come to this place of balance and harmony as we open and extend and are able to breathe into all these areas of the body and just really cleanse the body with the breath. And as we hold the poses, we allow the body to rest, sink a little deeper, and just really be in this deliciousness of yin practice. All right. I think that's all I was going to speak into today. Um, So yes, if this sounds great for you, go grab your props and meet me back on your mat or in your space. Dress comfortably. And I will also attach a playlist that you can listen to. I'll put the link down below, and you could listen to that during our practice. All right, I'll meet you back on your mat. All right, my dears, we will get started in a restorative Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose. So we will have the bolster back behind us. Couple of options here. So first, just bringing my blocks in closer to me. So bringing the soles of the feet together. And I like to have that cushion bolster right up the low back as I lower myself down. Now you can put a blanket or a block underneath the head here, especially if the neck's already a little tight right here. Or you can just lower the head back. Now, I like to make a little adjustment here on my low back, creating a little space. So I just lift the hips, tuck the tailbone a smidge towards my heels, and then lower the hips back down, relaxing the legs. Now you can also bring your blocks underneath the thighs or underneath the knees. So finding the place of how restorative you want to make this pose for you. And settling here. Option with the arms. You can have the arms out to the side with the palms facing up, or to the belly. And taking your time here to get settled into the pose. I also like to kind of wiggle the shoulder blades away from one another, creating lots of space in the upper back. And once you settle here into your pose, taking a big cleansing breath, big breath in. Cleansing exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Letting all of the muscles soften. I remembered that I also wanted to share that I would be not doing as much cueing or talking in the poses. I typically like to kind of guide you where to soften or relax, but I'm just going to give one cue is to let everything go. Let everything surrender. Maybe inviting in an intention for yourself, for your practice. And I'll share with you what mine came up for me was not everything needs to be perfect. I just get to do my best. We'll take about another 10 breaths here. If you feel that the body is ready to go a little deeper, maybe you remove any props under the knees or the legs or the head, or adjust the height of them. Or maybe you just stay where you're at. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm sorry, I hope that didn't startle you. Let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big cleansing breath out. And then we'll use our hands to gently bring the knees back in towards one another. And then extend the legs all the way out. You can just set your blocks off to the side if you were using them. And taking out anything that may have been underneath the head other than the bolster. And then let's just take a nice lengthening stretch here. So reach the arms up back behind you. You can point through the toes and really feel the stretch through the front body and side body. Taking 3 breaths here. And last breath, big breath in. Big breath out. And bending the elbows very carefully, bringing the arms back in towards you, and then just let them float right on down to your mat, to the floor. And we're going to make our way up out of this pose very mindfully and carefully. So lifting up the head, tucking the chin in towards the chest, and then either pressing into the floor or holding on to the edges of your mat as you slowly come up. And let's just come into an easy seated pose. So bringing the feet in, crossing one ankle over the other, or just one foot in front of the other. And we're just going to take a few moments here, letting the blood run back down. So we were in a bit of a back bend, so always wanting to be careful, not lightheaded when we come up. And let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly opening the eyes. From here, we will come into a dragonfly forward fold. I'm just going to turn myself towards you. So widening the legs, having your bolster on the inside. Lots of options here to make this really restorative. You can use your blocks, kind of elevating the bolster and lowering yourself down this way, or just having the bolster out in front of you, resting the forearms, letting the upper body melt here. You can also bring a block here. So finding what feels best for the body right now, this morning or today. And then as we stay here and letting the body just open up and melt and go deeper into the pose, you can adjust the props, giving the body space to indulge in the pose a little deeper. Softening the muscles in the legs, the shoulders, the jaw. If you've made any adjustments to give the body a little bit more space to go deeper, just come back into making sure that the muscles in the legs are still soft. So getting away from activating the muscles in the shoulders and the jaw. Taking 5 more breaths here. And last breath, big breath in. Big open mouth exhale out. And slowly bringing the upper body back up. And just as we did between the other pose, we'll take a few breaths here. Noticing any sensations through your body. Let's take one more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And opening the eyes. We'll come into a side bend here. So working the side body. So you can just bring that bolster the inside of your right thigh. Bring that left heel into the groin. And then we will bring that right elbow, making a fist, resting the head on your fist here. And just letting that left hand rest on the thigh. Now you do want to make sure you're not rounding forward. So we are looking to open up the chest a bit. And you should feel this in your left side body. Relaxing the jaw, the legs. Nice, slow, deep breath. Take another 5 breaths here. Last breath. And then slowly bringing the upper body back up and pausing here at the top. Noticing all sensations here. And letting the body wash out anything that's been stuck or stagnant, held in the body. One more breath here. And then we'll very slowly make our way to the other side. So having that bolster on the inside of your left leg, left elbow down, and supporting the head here. If you have any rings, I always like to turn the stones around. They're not in the head. Inviting softness here in the body, in the legs. And taking 5 more breaths on this side. Last breath. And very gently coming up out of this side bend. Holding here at the top. Softening the shoulders, the legs, the jaw. One more breath here. Opening the eyes and just move your bolster right off to the side. We're going to come to use it again, but I'm just going to do a little neck release before we come to lay down. So just bring that left leg in to meet the right. Take an inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, let the right ear drop to the right shoulder. And just breathing here into the left side of the neck. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And taking one more breath here. And as you inhale, slowly bring the head back up to center. And then just let it float right over to the left side. Making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. Spine is lengthened. Shoulders are softened. Let's take one more breath here. And inhale, slowly coming back up to center. Exhale, let the shoulders soften. Taking a cleansing breath. And opening the eyes. We will make our way down onto our backs using our bolster. So you can bring your bolster on your mat and then just crossing the legs over the bolster so that the bolster's underneath your knees. Lower yourself down nice and easy. And then once you get here, let's bring the feet to the bolster. Bring the knees into the chest. I'm just taking a few rocks side to side here. And coming back to center, let's send the feet up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, holding onto the backs of the thighs. A little point and flex through the feet. Rotate through the ankles, going both directions. Good. Then bending the knees back into the chest, lowering your feet back to your bolster, and we'll come into reclined swan or reclined pigeon. We'll just cross that left ankle over on top of that right thigh. Now you can stay here and just keep your left hand like a little kickstand on that left thigh, or you can thread that left arm through and either bringing the hands to the top of the shin or behind the thigh. Let the shoulders melt down to the earth. And just softening here. Tucking the chin in slightly towards the chest to elongate the spine and neck. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Last breath, big cleansing inhale and exhale. And releasing the legs and bringing both feet back to your bolster. And let's just take a little windshield wiper side to side. Good. And then we'll make our way to the other side. So crossing that right ankle now over that left thigh and coming into your pose here. Readjusting the neck. And let the shoulders sink down. And just taking nice, slow, deep breaths here. Taking a few more breaths here. Taking a cleansing breath. And releasing the legs, bringing the feet back to your bolster here. Taking that same little windshield wiper side to side. Good. And then we'll come into butterfly pose here. So soles of the feet together and finding what feels good here space-wise. You want to make sure that your calves are supported on the bolster. And you can either reach the arms up back behind you, maybe grabbing on to opposite elbows, or have the arms out to the side, whatever feels good for you here. Taking some nice, slow, deep breaths. Releasing the glutes. Releasing any activation of the muscles, especially through the legs. Maybe you start out with your arms in one position and then find that it might feel better in another position, which is what I'll be doing. And then from here, just slowly extending one leg out and then the other, having the leg supported here on your bolster, your cushion. Making any adjustments here. Finding this place of surrender, a release. And I'm going to end my practice, my time with you here, as I hear the workers next door are starting back to work. And I don't want any loud noise possibly disturbing your Shavasana time. I invite you to stay here as long as you need. Staying connected with your intention for your practice. And thank you so much for making this time for yourself and for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Please stay here for yourself a little longer.